Elon Musk is a very interesting, extremely impressive guy, and I would certainly agree with him that the electric car is a part of the automotive future. Where we might disagree is how big a part of the future it is and how quickly it will be. I see a long period of some competition among different technological alternatives with probably no clear winner. And I do think there'll be some sifting out of some of the possibilities, but the gas-electric hybrids, which Toyota and Honda have pioneered, I think will stay a big part of the market. There'll be plug-in hybrids, which is a variant on that. Clean diesel is very promising in both reducing emissions and getting much higher fuel mileage. And I know a lot of people who say don't count out the good old internal combustion engine, that there's a combination of hardware and software innovations that will squeeze a lot more improvement out of that old technology than we may think. So all of that will, I think, keep this mix of different technologies in the game for a while. Government policies will matter a lot, so what gets subsidized and what doesn't. Energy prices will matter a lot, both gas prices obviously, but whatever is the fuel source for the electricity, which will fuel the electric vehicles. The electric vehicles and most of these alternative technology vehicles will certainly cost more for some time. So some of it's the cost of components, some of it's the fact that the scale is still relatively low, so there aren't as much economy of scale savings. Whether people will be willing to spend a lot extra simply to get environmentally advantageous car is hard to say. So far the signs are not so good on that, but of course the economy has been bad. Whether the government decides to subsidize to boost demand into those segments, there's some of that happening already, but that will be contentious and be affected by lots of policies. The fuel price, the price of whatever goes into making the electricity is certainly one factor. If electricity comes from, let's say, coal plants, then whether you're getting as much of an environmental contribution is somewhat less clear. The electricity infrastructure is another big piece of it. So where are people going to be recharging these vehicles? You can't, at the moment, plug these plug-in electric or hybrids into a normal socket. You've got to have some special kind of wiring to allow it. And of course, if you don't have a garage where you could do that recharging, where would you do it? So we expect cities will eventually make investment in recharging infrastructure, parking garages, office buildings and the like. But that's going to be slow and probably won't be centrally coordinated, but will happen more gradually. So everybody will be watching these different trends. Is there enough electric vehicle sales to make the investment in the infrastructure? Is there enough infrastructure to make it safe to buy an electric vehicle? And there is this factor that they call range anxiety, which is the worry that people have in buying an electric vehicle about whether the battery will run out. And nobody knows quite what's the extent of range anxiety or what calms people's concerns about it. But that looks like a psychological barrier for at least a while.